Hi, my name is Georgina, and today I'm going to read you a story called Giraffes Can't Dance. The writer of the story, his name is Giles Andreae, and the person who did the illustrations, or what we say drew the pictures, his name is Guy Parker Reese. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. You see how long his neck is and how thin his little legs, his long legs are, I should say. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees. But when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. You see him trying, his knees bending, and boom, he fell. Now, every year in Africa, they hold a jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. You see the zebras and the lions, and they're all having fun at the jungle dance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rocked and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. See, all the different animals are doing all different dances. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel. And the 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Do you know what a Scottish reel is? A Scottish reel is when you link your arms together and spin around in a circle. It's a lot of fun. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look, clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool." "Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before. So sad and so alone. And you can see Gerald here walking off by himself. And all the other animals are dancing and laughing and having so much fun. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald before. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." And you see the cricket? "Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is the branches in the breeze." Can you close your eyes and listen to the sounds that you hear right now? So imagine that that lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. You see, Gerald was listening to all the sounds around him. I wonder what he heard. With that, the cricket smiled and he picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing around. And you see, the cricket's playing the violin and Gerald's tail is swishing around. He's starting to look happy. He threw his legs out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. You see, he went backwards because he's so happy. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I am dancing. Yes, I am dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. Look how happy he is. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. And you see Gerald dancing and all the animals are watching him. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us now. But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. And you see, he took a bow after he finished dancing, and everyone was so happy they threw flowers at him. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and the stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." And that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoy reading. I love to read. I read every single day. So in the summer, if you could read just 10 minutes a day, you'd be so surprised how happy you'd be to learn all about the different things you can learn when you read. Thank you so much for listening. I had a really good time reading this story to you. Be well and enjoy reading. Thank you.